Welcome back to Auto Legends. Today we have something that should not exist, and yet it does. The 2026 Toyota Sprinter 6x6. Toyota has taken the humble Sprinter name, once associated with compact, featherweight fun, and bolted on a military-adjacent drivetrain and a body that looks like someone asked, what if a rally coupe mated with a Dakar support truck? First impression from outside, this thing has presence. The stance is tall, clean, squared off, and visually heavy without feeling sloppy. The proportions are weird in a good way. Forward tilting greenhouse, long rear overhang to accommodate the extra axle, and wheel arches that look stamped out of a lunar rover. The paint sits on top of edges like enamel on armor. Up front, the lighting is extremely slim. Toyota went razor thin with DRLs floating above a chiseled bumper and a massive functional opening to feed the twin turbos. And yes, the snorkel-style intake that pokes up the A-pillar is not an optional cosplay part. Toyota claims sealed intake routing allows real deep water capability. Walk the side and the party trick is impossible to ignore. 3 axles tucked with shock towers you can see from outside. Toyota says the rear tandem is actively torque vectoring, not a dumb trailing axle. The wheels are beadlock ready with a factory central tire inflation system. The rocker treatment is pure utility. Stamped steel with integrated jack points and abrasion plates embedded like they expect owners to surf boulders. Tail end is simple but brutal. Vertical lamps, 2 full-size spares hung inboard behind glass, and recovery hooks that look like a shipyard welded them. Inside is more restrained but still on mission. It is not luxury soft. It is engineered hard. Surfaces you touch are rubberized, not suede. All switches are big and gloved hand usable. The dash is low and flat with a full-width display strip that shows nav, pitch, roll, axle torque split, tire pressures per wheel, and engine vitals at a glance. The seats are deep bolster buckets with drain mesh under the foam. Toyota assumes you will get wet. Rear seating is simple bench format but with the same harness-ready anchor points. Noise insulation is better than expected. There is a dull mechanical rumble, not the open bed roar you might expect from a 6x6. Powertrain. Toyota kept the internal combustion heart. It is a newly developed 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6 hybrid drive, pushing a claimed 605 HP and over 700 lb-ft equivalent at launch torque. The hybrid system is not here for economy, it's for surge. The electric axle assist fills the boost hole and makes the 6x6 feel awake at 1-inch throttle. The transmission is a reinforced 10-speed with deep crawl logic and a locking transfer case that can decouple the last axle entirely for efficiency. Toyota is quoting a 0-60 in the mid-4s if you enable direct launch mode, which is deranged for a vehicle with the aerodynamic grace of a toaster stacked on a cinder block. On-road behavior is the shocker. Steering is electrically trimmed to reduce the expected bus-length laziness. The truck rotates better than its size implies, because the rear tandem will drag the stern around when you pitch it in. Braking is absurdly overspec'd with ventilated rotors on every corner and brake-by-wire biasing. NVH is tighter than any desert pre-runner at this ride height. Off-road. Everything about the spec sheet reads like an exploit. 40-degree approach. 37-degree breakover even with the long body. Rearward dig assist, water fording nearly a meter. And a mode stack that controls not only diff locks, but also hybrid torque blending per axle in real time. This is not a body kit 6x6. The architecture is truly engineered into the ladder and the drive train logic. Verdict. The 2026 Toyota Sprinter 6x6 is the antithesis of the original Sprinter's minimalism, yet it captures the same spirit. An object built for driving joy, just expressed at the scale of a lunar expedition. It is outrageous, but not gimmick outrageous. It is usable outrage. And that is exactly the kind of machine that earns a place on Auto Legends.